Welcome, it's time to talk tech on EazyTech, your essential guide to the digital world station. It's Thursday, May 15, 2025, and we've got some major tech stories making waves today. Let's get straight to the highlights. Today, top tech stories include a bold move by Nigeria's NITDA to secure a key role in the staggering $1.6 trillion global Internet of Things market. We also have a fascinating report about an Ifa Priest who is harnessing the power of mobile technology to develop an app aimed at combating fraudulent spiritualists. On a global front, tech giant Microsoft has announced significant workforce reductions, planning to lay off around 6,000 employees. And finally, in a move that could revolutionize smartphone security, Google is reportedly developing technology to make stolen Android phones virtually unusable. Stay with us as we delve into the details of these exciting developments right after this very short break on EazyTech. All right, welcome back to EazyTech. Let's take a closer look at the top stories we've mentioned. First off, the National Information Technology Development Agency, NITDA, is implementing a strategic roadmap to accelerate Nigeria's adoption of IoT technology. IoT stands for Internet of Things. With the global IoT market estimated at a staggering $1.6 trillion, NITDA aims to secure a significant role for Nigeria in the rapidly expanding sector. NITDA's Director of Stakeholder Management and Partnerships, Dr. Aristotle Onomu, disclosed this in Lagos during the IoT West Africa Conference co-located with Power and Water and organized by Vertex Next. The agency's plan focuses on leveraging IoT to create a smarter, more connected future for the nation. The initiative holds immense potential, promising improvement in various sectors from boosting agricultural yields and implementing smart traffic management systems to establishing a more responsive national power grid. While Nigeria's current contribution to the global IoT market doesn't reflect its full potential, NITDA views this as a significant opportunity for growth, recognizing the challenges including connectivity gaps in rural areas and the ongoing energy crisis. NITDA's strategy includes a strong emphasis on digital literacy and talent development, with the ambitious goal of equipping 30 million Nigerians with essential digital skills by 2027. Now, moving on, in a truly unique intersection of tradition and technology, we are hearing about an Ifa priest here in Nigeria who is taking a novel approach to tackling the issues of fraudulent spiritualists. He is reportedly in the process of developing a mobile application designed to help individuals verify the authenticity of spiritual leaders and their claims. While specific details about the app's functionality are still emerging, it is believed it will utilize artificial intelligence and a curated database of verified practitioners to provide users with a tool to assess the legitimacy of spiritual guidance. This innovation development underscores the increasing role of technology in addressing diverse societal needs and safeguarding cultural practices from exploitation. So the crux of the matter is that this Ifa priest, you might want to call him a herbalist or a native doctor, whatever name you want to go by, he's an Ifa priest and he has a background in IT. So he's saying that he can use technology and he's going to use technology to answer some of the questions we have. I know a lot of people seek spiritual help. You know, you go to either pastors or herbalists or spiritual people to help you solve certain problems. And he's basically saying that there are some people who have been scammed by these priests, by these fake fraudulent spiritual people. Now with his app using AI, he's going to be able to determine who is genuine and who is fake. So if you want to use a spiritual help, all you need to do is get the app. The app is going to tell us who are genuine people because they're going to have a database of all the known practitioners in this sector and then tell you, oh, this person has done these services with this other person and it worked or it didn't work, or this person is a scammer. I think it's very nice. So we'll stop hearing of people wasting money on fake spiritual help. So thumbs up to the Ifa priest, and we'll keep you updated how that turns out. Now, shifting our focus to the global tech landscape, Microsoft has announced a significant restructuring of its workforce, with plans to lay off approximately 6,000 employees across various divisions. The company has stated that the decision is part of a strategic realignment to focus on key growth areas such as cloud computing, infrastructure, and the rapidly advancing field of artificial intelligence. While news of job losses is never easy, it highlights the constant state of flux within the technology sector, where companies must continually adapt to evolving market dynamics and invest in future-forward technologies. Of course, we'll continue to give you the impact or details of the impact of this. We don't know those people who will be laid off anytime soon. We don't know if the Nigerian office is going to be affected, but of course we expect that majority of people will be laid off, and then people that do jobs that AI can do will most likely be affected. So it goes on to show that we need more emphasis on AI. We need to learn more AI skills and adapt with AI so we don't lose our jobs. Now, finally, for all our Android users out there, let's talk about Android security briefly. Now, Google is talking and taking a major step forward in Android 16 with significant upgrades to its factory reset protection. These enhancements are designed to make stolen Android phones much less valuable to thieves. Now, this is an area where iPhones have had some advantage over the years in terms of the security and the fact that once an Android iPhone is stolen, it's almost unusable. So Google has decided, to follow that route too and make sure that once an Android phone is stolen, the phone is less usable and unusable for other people. These enhancements are designed to make stolen Android phones much less valuable to thieves, like we said. The core idea behind FRP, which is factory reset protection, is to prevent unauthorized users from setting up a device after a factory reset. So if a phone has been stolen, you can't set up the phone easily. It's going to make it very difficult for you to set up a phone that has been reported stolen. So it's going to be very interesting. In Android 16, Google is making this system even more robust. While details are still emerging, it is expected that the new FRP will include improved methods for verifying the legitimate owner's credential, potentially using advanced biometric authentication or cloud-based checks. This means that even if a thief manages to factory reset a phone, they won't be able to bypass the security measures and use it. This is a welcome development for Android users as it adds a powerful layer of protection against theft and helps to deter criminals from targeting Android devices. So let me share my experience. My iPhone was stolen sometime last year, and usually what they do is they use phishing techniques and they try to use social engineering to make you give up your passcode for it. So even though the phone was stolen and the person who stole the phone was trying to gain access to the phone, because stolen protection was enabled on that device, it became difficult for them to open it. We got a message asking for passcode. So even if you had entered the passcode, the person still would not have been able to use it because they needed biometrics. They needed my Face ID before they could gain access to that phone. So that phone became useless to those persons. So that is what Google is going to do now with Android 16. So even if someone steals your phone and resets the phone, of course, that is possible. You can factory reset a phone. But when they need to sign into that phone again, they still need the biometric of the last owner of that phone, maybe fingerprint or Face ID or a combination of both, before they are able to reset that phone and now use it. Once that the previous owner does not take this step, then it means the phone will become unusable for the person. So that's basically what Google is trying to do. And so it means that your Android phones will even become more safe, and then thieves will not even be thinking about stealing people's phones because they know it becomes unusable. Phones are a big target for criminals. They know that they can easily steal phone, get your private data, and then sell the phone for money. So once this has been activated, on Google Android phones. Of course, iPhones already have this. Once Android phones start using this, then it means that people will not be stealing phones anymore, because they just know that even once they steal your phone, they can't use the phone, they can't unlock the phone, they can't even sell the phone, because the new user will not be able to use the phone. So this is a very, very good development for Android phones. This will start in Android 16. Currently, Android is on its 15th iteration, and then the next one is Android 16, which will most likely be dropping end of the year. So from next year, Android devices who run Android 16 will be able to have this functionality. Now, on the topic of protecting your Android devices, it's always a good idea to ensure you have a robust theft protection activated. Here's a quick guide on how to enhance your phone's security. There are certain basic things you need to do, which of course is set up a strong screen lock, enable Find My Device, add a Google account recovery option, and consider using a SIM card lock. So those are some of the basic things you need to do. Now, for both iPhone and Android users, these are the things you need to do. Of course, set a strong screen lock. We've said that already. Use a PIN, a password, fingerprint or face recognition. Avoid using patterns. Patterns are not very safe. So use a PIN, use a password, use fingerprint or face unlock. Now enable Find My Device. Find My iPhone or Find My Device. So if you're using iPhone, it's Find My on iPhone. For Android, is Find My Device. This allows you to track, lock, and even erase your phone remotely if it is lost or stolen. Make sure it is turned on in your device settings. For iPhone, go to Settings, go to your profile, that is your name, you see Find My. For Android, go to Settings, go to Security, then from Security, go to Find My Device, and of course, the path might differ depending on your phone, so just search for Find My Device, and then you activate it. Then of course, back up your data regularly, and of course, use backup. Then turn off message previews on the lock screen. This prevents thieves from seeing sensitive information like verification codes if they're ever sent, especially if you're using a bank app. Sometimes they might send a code after they've stolen your phone. They'll send a code to get maybe OTP. And if your notification messages are showing, if the messages preview is showing, you can see the messages even if it is locked. But if you turn it off, they won't be able to see it. Now to do that, go to for iPhones, go to notifications, show previews, then when unlocked or never. Then for Android, go to settings, go to notifications, go to lock screen, then go to hide content. Again, this might differ depending on the Android version you're using. Then of course, note your IME number, dial *#06* on your phone to get this unique identifier, and keep it in a safe place. It can help authorize track your phone. For example, if you buy a new phone, most times you don't even know what our IMEI number for that phone, and so once it's stolen, it's difficult to track. But if you write it out and store it in a safe place elsewhere, when your phone gets missing, you use this number, go to certain places, and then you're able to track your phone. Of course, security reasons, be aware of your surroundings. Avoid using your phone in crowded or unfamiliar areas where it could easily be snatched. For those of you who walk on the street and use your phones, make sure you stop that habit. Consider using a phone case with a strap or lanyard. This makes it hard for someone to grab your phone without you noticing. So don't leave your phone unattended to. Don't go and charge your phone in somewhere and leave the place. Make sure you're seated with your phone once you're charging it elsewhere. Keep it in a secure place and in your sight, especially in public places. Be cautious of scams. Thieves might use distraction tactics to steal your phone. Stay alert. Enable two-factor authentication on your important apps. This adds an extra layer of security to your account, especially for social media. iPhone specific theft protection, stolen device protection from iOS 17.3 or later. The feature adds extra security when your iPhone is away from familiar locations like your home or work. When enabled, certain actions like changing your Apple ID password, turning off Find My, or making Apple Pay transactions will require Face ID or Touch ID and an hour security delay if you're not in a familiar location. Some actions like using safe payment methods, so once you're not in a place that the device knows, it will require you to wait for at least an hour before anything can do. To activate this stolen device protection in iPhones, go to Settings, Face ID and Passcode, or Touch ID and Passcode. Enter your passcode, stop stolen device protection, turn on stolen device protection, and choose either away from familiar locations or always. For Androids, specific theft protection features may vary by device and version. So theft detection lock. Use AI to detect if your phone has been snatched and automatically locks it. So if your phone is snatched from you, if you're using an Android, it knows that maybe somebody has stolen your phone and the phone locks itself. So those are some things that you need to do. Now to enable remote lock, all these things, you go to Google, all services, theft protection, and then enable it, lock all these things, and of course you are good to go. Once your phone is stolen, remember the first thing you need to do is call your mobile operator, mobile carrier, and inform them to lock your SIMs. Then of course it's very important that you inform the police. Make sure you make a police report, so that if someone uses your phone to conduct any crime, maybe they borrow money from the bank or they do anything illegal, you have that protection on your side. So these are some of the things we need to do to keep ourselves safe and keep our devices safe. Yes, so I hope you follow these procedures, and of course, if you have questions relating to this or previous things we've discussed on EazyTech, you can hit me up on social media. I am AJ_Dikachi on all platforms, X, Facebook, Instagram, any platform, and I can answer your questions and bring them here. And that's all the news, all the tech news we have for you today on EazyTech. Join me same time next week for another exciting edition of your favorite tech program, EazyTech. My name is NITDA. Good morning.